The rain hammered against the windows of the remote Scottish cottage, each gust of wind rattling the ancient frames like skeletal fingers. Emily, a writer seeking solace and inspiration, huddled deeper into the worn armchair, a half-empty mug of tea warming her hands. The fire in the hearth crackled, casting dancing shadows that seemed to writhe with a life of their own. She'd chosen this place specifically for its isolation, a haven from the city's clamour. But the silence here was different, a thick, oppressive blanket woven with whispers and unseen movements. It was unsettling, a feeling that prickled the back of her neck and made her jump at every creak and groan of the old house. The first night, it had been a subtle chill, a draught that snaked through the rooms despite the roaring fire. Then came the whispers, faint and indecipherable, like voices carried on the wind. Emily dismissed them as tricks of the mind, the product of exhaustion and the eerie atmosphere. But last night, things had escalated. She'd woken to find her writing desk rearranged, papers scattered across the floor, and a single antique quill pen lying in the center, its nib stained with what looked suspiciously like blood. It was undeniably creepy. Now, as the storm raged outside, Emily felt a presence in the room, a cold spot that clung to her like a shroud. She glanced around, her heart pounding against her ribs. The shadows deepened, swirling and coalescing into vague shapes. Suddenly, a book fell from the shelf, landing with a loud thud. Emily gasped, scrambling to her feet. The book lay open, revealing a faded photograph of a woman with hauntingly familiar eyes. An inscription beneath the photo read, "Elspeth, lost to the moor, forever seeking solace." A wave of icy dread washed over Emily. Elspeth. The name resonated with a chilling familiarity. She remembered reading about a local legend, a woman who had disappeared on the moor centuries ago, her spirit said to haunt these very hills. The wind howled, and the cottage seemed to groan in response. Emily felt a cold hand brush against her cheek, and a whisper, clearer now, echoed in her ear. "Help me." Terror seized her. She had to get out, escape this haunted place. But as she reached for the door, she saw it. Reflected in the dusty mirror, standing behind her, was a spectral figure, her eyes filled with a desperate plea. It was Elspeth, trapped between worlds, forever bound to this desolate cottage. And Emily, the writer seeking inspiration, had stumbled into her ghostly tale. The unsettling silence had been replaced with a chilling revelation. She was no longer alone.